Oh, it's running at me.
Tell me if it's getting close.
Oh, it's all wrapped up. Okay, oh, it's freaking, I mean, it's a freight train. Wow, that's what we were hoping for.
Yeah. Shoot, I'm getting there. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. Yeah. Perfectly hooked, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't have my
I have them.
You got them? I got the hook right on my fingertip here. I'm gonna try to get it. See it?
Oh, he is it facing.
Boy, you hooked him really well. Yes. Big switch from last week.
Hey, guys. This is what 4 days of north winds bring.
Yeah.
In Niagara. Wow. We were hoping there'd be some big chrome ones. And this thing still got eggs in it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That is a dime bright fish.
So beautiful.
They don't get more chrome than that, really.
No, no. Bead biter.
Yep, bead biter.
We're going to talk a lot about that today. Yeah. Yes, buddy.
That's a bullet.
That's a way to start.
Yeah.
Kick us off here. What's happening?
Well, we made the hike down again into Devil's Hole. We just had about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of rain. So we were actually planning on fishing in Erie Creek today, but we woke up this morning, they were all blown out. It was crazy. But so we decided to scramble back down here to the Lower Niagara. We live 10 minutes from here. Super lucky. And we came down. There's nobody down. We've had 3 to 4 days of north winds now, and we were like, there's got to be some fresh fish moving into Devil's Hole to try to spawn. And that's a pretty good sign right there. So doing a lot of bead fishing today, double bead rigs. What we're rigged up with here. So I'm running a Riversider float rod.
My friends at Buffalo Tackle.
Yep, Willsworld, code 10% off. And it's a 13-footer, medium light. It's a great rod for down here. Yeah. And then I got that with a 595 Coville from Danny. Got the big reel today for the big river. Gotta be able to keep up to these fish.
Keep up with the fish and just reel in after a long drift, right? Makes it easier.
And then we're running some beads. I'm running soft beads today. It's a 10 mil.
Yep.
It's like a peachy orange. It's made by Death Row.
That double bead rig.
Here's a really natural orangey.
And tell them why it's eggs today.
All these fish are up here spawning. So if you look right up in there, that's actually an island. And the water's pretty crazy. It's rock bottom right now because we're in the morning. But about 9:30, all of a sudden this will fill up like a toilet bowl. And I've seen it as high as up into these trees.
Yeah.
But what happens is when the water starts to rise, all the fish kind of suck up in here and they try to spawn. And the higher it gets, the farther they push up in there.
Right.
When the water is up into these trees, you can even catch them. I mean, they're 5 feet away from you trying to spawn and do their thing. But this time in the morning, they all drop back into here and all these runs, and it can be some pretty crazy fishing.
And you know, when you talk about fishing for spawners, like guys get the wrong idea, right? These are not fish that you can see on beds.
Yeah. That fish was 50 yards below me.
Right. I mean, these are spawning fish, but you know, we're not fishing them on beds or anything like that. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it, right?
We're gonna get back to it.
Heck yeah.
Oh, right up at the big fish. Big. Yeah. Right up at the surface. I would have legitimately thought that was that rock again. Wow, it's just holding me.
That's awesome. Oh yeah. Oh wow, it's way down there. Time to get the net.
Sugar. Look out. Oh, we got in front of it, I think. Oh, it's hooked sideways. Look out. Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's all wrapped in them. Yeah, that front bead's right in his face. The back one's in his back.
Yeah, just take your time. I think you got the bead.
I'm gonna need you more up here.
Yep.
That's a big fish.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, he just wrapped it. Hopefully he doesn't get spooked here. Got him.
Nice.
It's gonna make a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, that's a good fish. Solid.
Number 2. He's feisty. Fish number 2 on the morning.
A little bit.
Oh, jeez. Hold on. Check the camera.
Still got eggs though.
Gosh, yeah, they definitely got some fresh fish up in here.
Hit that peach.
That thing's nice.
Yeah.
Get the release.
Nice fish.
Get him out of there. Yeah, bud.
That's a good one.
Nice work.
I thought I was on a rock.
Good job, another bead biter.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Get cleaned up and get back at it.
As you can see, guys, from earlier in the video, these rocks were actually out of the water. This was literally about a 10-minute period. I was retying and I came back and now all these rocks are covered. So it's come up about 2 feet already. It's pretty crazy. So if you're down here fishing, just be mindful. You know, the water, you're out on a rock that your path is a little sketchy to get to. Just be mindful, the water can come up and it'll come up really, really quickly. I've seen it come up as much as 8-10 feet in a half hour. I mean, it's wild. So it's about, I'd say, 8:30 right now, and fishing has been slow. Banged those couple right away, as you guys saw this morning. But as of now, we're in the struggle bus. The water has been just so crazy. It's been going up and down and up and down, and so it makes it really, really challenging to stay on like a consistent bite because the fish are moving, you know, you're snagging and stuff. I seen 5 drifts ago that was 10 feet deep is now, you know, 6 feet deep, and you're just like, what the heck? So we're kind of, geez Louise, and it's gotta be like 4 or 5 feet deep right there. Oh, I'm gonna reel this back in, I might cast down a little further. So we're kind of just waiting out the water. Usually around 9:30ish, the water, they kind of pick the water height for the day, and it gets a little more consistent. They pick if it's gonna be high, low, you know, whatever. And usually the fishing gets better, and you don't snag as much because I've probably broken off 5 times, 6 times today. And when you're throwing a double bead rig, 2 beads, 2 hooks, and 5 feet a leader, it is not pretty. But kind of just the name of the game, so we're gonna stick with it. I just downsized to the same colors I had on, but I put some 8 mils on. The water is definitely a little clearer than it was last time we were down here, but probably a foot. We're probably working with 5-6 feet of viz, and yeah, we're just gonna stick it out here, see what we can do. Starting to be some boats showing up, a bunch of guides. It looks like I recognize a couple of the boats. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Hopefully we get a couple more here. All right, guys, we just fished that spot for like 2 hours and tried a bunch of different bead colors. As you guys saw, I worked my way up in there, and just nothing really going on. None of the boats are hooking up. The water's starting to come up right as we're about to leave, of course, but we can always come back. So we're gonna go up above the island and fish a couple more spots we know, and see if we can make a little bit of a better second half here.
Yeah,
so
time for a change of scenery.
Yep. So
right.
we're gonna get to walking.
All right.
Alright guys, found one. Finally found a good spot and the water came up and hooked up. Oh, a jumper. Sweet.
Not a huge fish.
No.
Not a huge fish. Nice. Hey, we moved.
Yep.
And it paid off.
Got my third.
This is
Nice fish, full of eggs still.
Oh yeah.
Got some cool colors.
Got it really pretty well.
Almost like a cutthroat.
Jeez.
From like Wyoming.
Yeah, right. Remember those?
I'll get it right back.
Yeah, get it back in. Holy cow. Nice job, bud. Yeah.
We'll have to explain once I get retied here what we're doing. It's a pretty crazy thing that happened. And I learned about 4 or 5 springs ago. These fish, when the water comes up, they shoot right up into these riffles, and I've had some like 20 fish days.
And when you say the water comes up, this water level is controlled by the power authority.
Right there,
so
big turbines.
Yeah, these. Yeah.
So the intakes are up above the falls, and these are the outtakes. And so in between is Devil's Hole and Whirlpool, basically. I mean, this water will fluctuate 8-10 feet. I was telling my dad, up where our bags are is usually where the water is when we catch them really, really good in here. But obviously they're starting to move up in here. So.
All right, I got to get this skunk off.
Yep. Where are they going? They're going to the lake? No. Just get them out of that current. You'll get them back. Yep. They usually come back. Water's not too crazy right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to edge them out of that current a little bit.
Yeah.
I might try to walk back a little bit too. Holy cow. Ripping.
Ripping. I gotta get my shades off so I don't fall in the water.
You just told me, I put a couple of small split shot on. And so I just clamped a couple on and 10 feet.
Alright, sunglasses.
Ripped, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's kind of fine.
Yeah, probably. Usually you can work them back. It takes some doing. Some of them though, they just go to the lake.
I mean, this thing.
They just say screw you, see you later. We can chase them if you want.
I don't really want to.
A lot of times when the water's too high, you can't get past that rock.
Yeah, you see my float right there.
Yeah.
He's above that rock.
Yeah.
If I can keep him in here.
Yeah, it's a wicked fight. It's just like freaking shoot down through here.
That bite was unbelievable.
They hit it like a freight train.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I thought it was a snake.
Well, and it's crazy. I mean, these fish, I kid you not, guys, they're sitting in about 4 feet of water right now.
Look at this thing. I can't get him out of that current. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
If you guys are wondering what's taking so long, every time I pull him out of there, he goes back in. Highly oxygenated water, fast current. The whole thing.
Pretty cool view.
It's a great view. He just won't quit on me. As long as I keep above that.
There we go.
Yeah, and then he goes.
Does he? Fit that pink one.
Yeah, I changed.
There it goes again.
But he's trying to get in there.
Yeah, he is. It's a big male.
It's hot. So crazy.
Yeah, it got nice colors on it.
Oh, you can see it's a little bit different flight.
Yeah.
But he's still, I mean,
There we go. Yeah, that washed out pink.
oh yeah. That's been good for me the last couple of weekends.
Nice big male. Crush that bead.
You got your forceps in now?
Yep.
Gotcha.
The fingers are cold.
Yeah,
The wind is. Got sneakers in your face.
my sneakers. I was afraid to put my pack down. Mine is not waterproof like Will's, so.
Yeah. I don't just float away though.
Man.
Looks like
Yeah, right.
Looks like your dropper broke off.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it did.
It's probably banging into the rocks.
This hook is through and through. There it is. Yeah, and that's always what I'm worried of. When I said, oh, is he on the top or the bottom? It depends. It makes a difference how I hold my rod when I fight them, honestly.
Yeah.
If they hit that top bead and you can tell. Yeah, gotcha. If they hit the top bead and you can tell, you want to keep your rod higher in the air so that you're not going to bang your...
Right.
You're not going to snag, basically.
Yep.
So, well, there it is.
Well, there's still some line on them. There you go.
Yeah, pretty fish. I love these colored up bucks.
That is a nice looking fish.
I just love them. They're really gorgeous. I mean, that's just, it doesn't get any prettier. He fought hard.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
sweet.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks. All
right.
That one hit the pink bead. We're gonna talk all about beads here in a little bit, but yeah, pink bead on that one.
All right, cool. There it is, right there. Just a washed out pink. It looks more white on the camera, but it's got some pink swirls in it, and it's a deadly color that we found. So, all right. Alright guys, so I'm gonna actually rig up a stick float right now. So something like this. This is a balsa float. This was made by Sheffield. It's gonna be an 11 gram. And since we're only fishing about 4 to 5 feet of water that's fluctuating, the stick float can come in pretty handy because, especially with the center pin reel, I can check my float. So if the current's coming this way, I'm gonna hold my float like this so I have a really big pendulum swinging, right?
Yeah, show them the position.
Yeah, so just like that. I mean, if the current's coming this way, it's gonna be hitting this float, and I'm tugging on this just ever so slightly, just to kind of keep it going like that, right? And it keeps all your bait first, and it's a lot of times really effective to keep out of snags. We're having some problems. We're snagging a lot.
A little bit.
And so it can be a little more effective because I can really control that float. Or if you know there's a rock in the run that you're gonna snag, you can hold that float, let your stuff come up, and then drop in behind it, and you can crush fish like that. I do it a lot when the water's much higher than this. So we're gonna give that a shot and see what we can do. So stay tuned. All right, guys, well, we just got 2 fish right there, and the water stopped coming up, and I know it's a struggle right now because of the water level. So we're gonna do a little bit more walking around, see if we can find some more similar water, some gravelly chutes, and hopefully poke a few more. So
cool.
Let's get some walking. Dad's hooked up. I'm gonna miss most of the fight. Ay, ay, ay. Hold on, I'm coming. Oh, I gotta get there.
I missed it the first time. I was like, did my float just go under? And then I drifted through it again, and it did it again.
No way.
And I set the hook, and I was like, wow. I don't know what it is.
It's like a real dark male.
Dark steelhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. He did it twice in a row. Wow.
There we go.
What a spot. Look at up on this rock.
I know.
This is awesome. I see some guys stand way up on the top of it. That's not going to be me. Holy cow. He bit right off the edge, right off the edge of it.
Yeah.
I drifted through there 50 times, and the last time it's just real slight. It didn't even pull it all the way under. Just doink, doink.
Like no spots on that fish.
Oh, jeez, I barely hooked him. All right. Yeah. Nice. This one will come on hook like that too.
Yeah.
All right. He's not very big.
No.
I thought maybe it was a laker at first, because what he's doing in the net is what he did when I hooked him. Just thrash and thrash and thrash. But this fish bit it twice. Twice.
Nice fish.
I missed him the first time. Yeah, he's nice and clean. Get him back. I missed him the first time, and then very next drift, it just bounced again, and I set the hook, and he was on.
Wow.
I love this. Thanks, bud. You had to come from a long way away with the net job. Holy cow, what a spot, though.
It's a pretty sweet looking tail out.
We're kind of more up in the rapids now, right? Like,
yeah.
More, faster water out there, obviously.
Water's coming up a lot.
Water's come up a lot, but there's still fish in these quiet spots. So, I don't know, that's probably a day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good morning. So
I gotta go try to find my phone. I freaking dropped it back there somewhere. I was checking the Erie Creek, so all of a sudden you start screaming. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you real quick why we picked the colors we picked today. I would say the hot color today was this right here. It's a 10 mil. Here's the 8 mil twin to it. It's just a real natural color. And in low light, it's sunny now, that's why I stopped using it. But this morning in that low light, that stands out really strong on a dark background like we had this morning. It was cloudy, it was dark, whatever. So now that it's more bright out, sun's out, I'm going to be focusing more like this. Right, something UV color or into here even.
More naturals.
More natural colors, because the fish, now that it's bright, they're just not dumb. You know, you can't trick them with something big or something real bright. And my dad caught one on something, wrong box.
Lots of boxes of beads.
He caught one on something like that today.
Yep.
That's a peach color, so another real natural color,
yep.
And then something like that. Just a pretty natural presentation. Catch a lot of fish on these guys on sunny days, just straight clear.
Talk to them in the spring. There's a lot of eggs in them.
A lot of eggs in the river. I mean, like today I didn't even bring a jig. You know, I pretty much know that they're all feeding off of eggs and all chasing each other around with eggs. And so that's 99% about what they're foraging on.
And a lot of times it's eggs that have been in the water for a long time, so, and they start to fade.
Right, you want to fish some colors, you know, when it gets to the end of the day, start fishing some whites mixed in, things like that, because a lot of the fish will spawn first thing in the morning or right when it gets dark. So later in the day, a lot of the eggs start to turn white and things like that. So you're kind of just trying to keep it as naturally as you can. And with the clear water of the Niagara, you can fish some pretty, like, ridiculously natural stuff.
Yeah, these beads are hot. I mean, everybody has a different idea. Soft bead, hard bead, glass, acrylic, whatever. I mean, we've used them all. Soft beads, I would say, is my new favorite, just because they're so buoyant. They like to really flutter in the water, whereas a hard bead's kind of more straight. What we've found is what the bead is made of is not as important as how it acts in the water.
Yeah, or how it sounds. A lot of beads that are made out of glass, especially the Niagara, when they hit a rock, they start like clicking basically. So just be mindful of that stuff. And it's gonna wrap it up here for us today. It's about 11 o'clock. We got the dreadful hike out still. And I was just checking all the gauges on the Erie Creeks. They're all still blown out. So I guess I'm gonna be taking a nap this afternoon. Nothing really to do.
That'd be two of us.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll get on some Erie Creeks. They'll drop into the fishable territory, and I can get another video there. But it's getting to be few and far between now. I heard a lot of creeks are getting bass in them and stuff like that. So it's wrapping up here. So don't forget code Willsworld at buffalotackle.com. Get you 10% off. So head over there and get some discount tackle. Can't complain there. So we'll catch you in the next one, guys. See you later.